When you know your value, your worth, there is nothing that no one can do or say to convince you that it's any less than what it actually is. Your value will not be detracted or lessened when you come in the midst of somebody who is more attractive, physically attractive than you. It won't be minimized if someone has longer hair than you. It won't be minimized if someone has a better shape than you. When you know your value, you understand that it's not based on things outside of you and around you, but it truly comes from within. Knowing your worth, you measure it by your level of wholeness, and not just how you treat yourself, but how you treat others. Even if someone verbally attacks you and won't receive anything you have to say, or people have a tendency sometimes when you're in the midst of people, have a tendency to act like you're not present or you're not in the room. Your value won't be lessened by that. And in actuality, it lets you know that because there's an attempt to make you feel unseen and unheard, that you're very present and very large in that space. And it's also showing the unhealed or unwhole state of the people that are treating you like that. But back to when you have something to say to somebody sometimes and they can't receive it. Sometimes people are, some people believe that their wholeness is in speaking their mind, standing on their truth. But in that, you have to know when to speak your mind, and you do have to know when to be able to hear what Yah may be saying to you through somebody else. Because standing on your truth may be a truth to you, but in all actuality, it could be a lie. There is a way that seems right to a man, but in the end thereof leads to death. So just because you believe that's a truth right now in your present state of mind and thinking doesn't mean that it is a truth. And for so long, we had thought things that thought particular things were true, only to realize years later that they actually weren't true. So you have to know not only when to speak and stand on your truth, but you have to know when to receive. And you have to always be open to the fact that you could be wrong. Don't be so quick to dismiss the wisdom of another person. Instead of looking at it as an attack or someone trying to tell you what to do, understand that it could be the Spirit of Yah speaking through that person to help you further along your journey. Sometimes the tactics of the enemy are very subtle. They're not in your face, so to speak, but they're there. Because sometimes the adversary can work through people to join forces, but it can be in a way that's very subtle. But when you have discernment, you can see the tactic that the enemy is trying to, what he's trying to do. But it won't work because you know your worth and you know your value. I praise Yah for this place of healing and wholeness.